Hello everybody, my name is Vera Chikezie-Oke and I'm the sexologist for wholesome sexuality. Have you liked, shared, commented? Let's even start. Have you subscribed? So, for wholesome sexual content, clean sexual content, follow at Wholesome Sexuality on Instagram, Wholesome Sexuality on Facebook, and right here on YouTube. Subscribe and share. Turn on your post notifications so that you could always know when we post new videos, because we are constantly releasing new, clean, wholesome sexual content. Wow, that's a mouthful, but you get it right. Okay, let's talk about sex. Today, we're going to be talking about rekindling the fire. Rekindling the fire in a sexless marriage. Rekindling the fire in a, probably, I won't totally use sexless. Some marriages, not like they're not having sex, but you know, it's getting boring, it's getting tiring, and all whatnot. So yes, rekindling the fire. First things first, we need to know that both of you are in this together. So it takes two to make a marriage work. It takes one person to scatter everything. One person that decides not to forgive. One person that decides, you know, I'm done, I'm done, I'm done. One person to say it's not worth it, and everything will scatter. Right. So now, bringing it into sex. If you are not having frequent sex, now, if you are not having sex in a week, there's problem. If you're not having sex in a week, there is problem. Disclaimer, I am talking to married people, because as I said, if you're not having sex in a week, now somebody say, hey, you see, Mrs. Vera has said it. Disclaimer, married people, in short, not just married people, married husband and wife, because the amount of adultery outside now is at its peak. So if I say married people, you're not saying, hey, I'm married now, so I can have sex with somebody else. Husband and his wife. If you're not having sex at all, if a week goes by without you having sex at least once a week, remember I use at least. You would have gotten used to me by now with my mathematical terms. At least once a week, then there's a problem. There's a problem, you need to seek help. So first things first, both of you are willing to make it work. You are willing to put the effort to make it work, right? Yes. So that out of the way, we have two willing parties. So the first tip would be reconnect. Reconnect in the ways you used to connect while you were dating. You remember when we could not keep two of you apart? Remember when we were calling counseling meeting on your heads? Remember when you were calling the counselor, I can't hold myself any longer. Sir, what's happening, sir? Reconnect. There was something that you guys were doing that was keeping both of you together. Reconnect. Was it movies? Reconnect. Was it academic work? Reconnect. Was it going to library? Reconnect. Everything doesn't have to be sexualized. Wow. Everything doesn't have to be sexualized. Reconnect. Find your bonding glue and use it. The second point will be flirt. It's okay to flirt with your spouse. It's okay to flirt with your spouse. Little nothing here and there. When I say little nothing here and there, your husband has married you, finish. You are now together. Still, two of you are in the house. You wear turtleneck to your neck. You wear long dress. You will cover everything. It's your husband. Flirt with him a little. Sometimes wear little or nothing and walk around the house. It's just the two of you. Flirt with your husband. Send him messages. Tell him what he's going to meet when he comes home. You really don't have to be graphic. Men, they don't have time to be reading plenty things. You really don't have to be so graphic. But flirt with your husband. Flirt with your own husband. Because the way I will flirt with mine is not the way you flirt with yours, because our husbands are different. Some people, The way to first your husband with food. You send him one picture of one food that he has been craving. The man will appear in the house. Flirt with your husband. So there's a game I saw recently, and it's actually interesting for couples. I look forward to trying it out, but it's amazing. So you're playing the game with your spouse, and every time at the end of each round, he who lost or she who lost would take off a clothing item. So now, the perk of the game is your spouse gets to choose what you take off. Take, for instance, I'm playing a game of Ludo with my husband, and he wins, and he says, you know what, take off your earrings. Okay, I'll take off my earrings. We play again, he says, oh, no, take off your top. Now, the tension in the game begins to heighten. Dopamine starts flying everywhere. Testosterone, it's everywhere in the room. Take notes, please play this game with your spouse. If you have children in the confines of your room, or make sure your children are asleep. We don't want to see anybody parts hanging around. It's for both of you's eyes only. Another tip would be take things slow with each other. No pressures. No pressures in any way. Don't put anybody under any form of pressure. Take things slow. Don't be in a hurry. Sex is not a sprint. It's a marathon. Take things slow. Another tip would be do exciting things together. What excites both of you? Do them together. You want an adrenaline rush? Probably your husband has a power bike. Jump on the bike with him and say, you know what, let's ride. Or you take a trip and want to go for the fastest roller coaster or something. Do fun and exciting things together. Breathe. 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 Take deep breaths. Nasal breathing increases the production of nitric oxide, which is also good for your sexual health. I'm sure I confused somebody, but just the underlying thing there is that you need to breathe. Do breathing exercise. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Nitric oxide helps with clitoral erection. Yes. Now, where you don't know, or where you would know, or if you have been watching our videos, you will know that I always liken the clitoris to the penis. The clitoris is the woman's penis. So yes, while the man has an erection, the woman has an erection if the clitoris is properly stimulated. Now, nitric oxide helps with this. When you breathe in and breathe out, it produces nitric oxide that helps and increases pressure on the clitoris that also translates to an erect clitoris. The next point, and I think that will be the final tip, would be increase dopamine. Dopamine is the hormone that is produced out of the anticipation of the unknown. Expectation, anticipation. You are anticipating something, you are expecting something. Everything in your body is excited. How do you increase dopamine? Newness. Get rid of routines. Some couples just know, oh, okay, once I wake up, I have my bath, my husband is there, he'll want to have sex, so just have your bath and just climb him and move. Increase dopamine. Introduce newness. Get rid of routines. Get rid of routines. Someone might say this would be a right time to add spontaneity. Get rid of routines. Like I said in the beginning, flirts. Your wife is in the kitchen, as you're walking past her, you smack her bum. And she's like, what happened? You just act like, nothing happened. And you move on. But you have actually passed a message to her. One of the things that makes sex in marriage boring is routines. Routine kills dopamine. So the only way to increase dopamine in your body is to introduce newness. Get rid of routines. Do something new. Do something different. It might be a meal you prepare. It might be a trip you take. It might be anything, but you need to be creative enough to make it work. Remember, the foundation for rekindling sex in a sexless marriage is actually two willing and obedient hearts. The topic for today is rekindling the fire in a sexless marriage. And I gave you 7 tips on how to rekindle the fire. And in case you can't remember all the 7, take 1 away. Flirt with your spouse. Or take 2 away. Stop routines and increase dopamine by introducing newness. Get something new on your bed. It might even just be change your bed sheet. That's a game changer. I've just saved somebody's marriage. Because we are tired of the polyester, of the nylon that is causing friction on the body while having sex, while sleeping. Change your bed sheet, pure cotton bed sheets. Your life will not remain the same. Yes, I received my accolade. I've taken the thank you. I heard when you said it, I've taken the thank you. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you got something to take home with. I hope you were able to take home 1 or 2 points. And please, don't just stop at taking these points down or stop at screaming, yeah, Miss Vera is giving us back to back, back to back. Practice. The only way I can be fulfilled knowing that what I've been saying is working is if you put them to work and you come back and say, this thing you thought, I put it to work and this is the result I got. I'm just telling you that if you don't put the work, you would not get the result. So till I come your way again next, my name is Vera Chikezie-Oke and I'm the sexologist for wholesome sexuality. Ciao.